Let's say a person right now, most of the world would eat tomatoes. If most of the world would eat tomatoes, what bracha would be on tomatoes? Everybody eats tomatoes like on a daily basis, and every single thing they put over there. Aaron.
Why? It's going
to be myself, so not even stone.
It's going to be mezonot. Don't tell me it's going to be mezonot.
What bracha would you say on the tomato? Borei b'nei mezonot.
Nah.
Why? The Rosh says. Yes.
Say she is first.
The Rosh said, what's the reason it says mezonot on rice? Because the people main course, palo, rice, shola, rice, osavo, rice, soup, meat, rice, meatballs, rice. I don't know what else you have. Everything we do, and not only we, majority of the world, chicken with rice.
Yeah, but the tomato is not satisfying.
I'm saying if.
No, I'm saying if everybody eat tomato, they will satisfy for me.
I'm saying if it would satisfy the people, satiate the, not the word satisfy, satiate the people, what bracha would you say on a tomato? Mezonot. Why we say on the tomato adama? Because it's only adama and it does not satiate majority of the world.
Same thing about.
So that's why the rice
and meat also satiates people.
It could have been that custom could have been developed. But the rosh chicken meat is too expensive. A regular layman could not afford chicken and meat every day. Majority of the people who used to eat rice. That's how the Rosh explains why rice is mezonot. But nafkamina is rabotai is what if in case God forbid, in case a person said borei pri adama next to the rice. For example, he made salad, tomato, saloti, tomato, salt, onion, pepper.
Cucumber.
They said, Borei, peri adama, pakam is oshpolo padali, ani nachi lieta kushi. What bracha would you say patom na oshpolo? Nothing.
Because the safek you might examine.
What about the chicken that is in the oshpolo? Nothing.
Where's the bracha lavatala?
Right, the Chinese food.
Why? Because it's secondary to the rice. The main thing over here is the rice. Unless it's big pieces by itself. Some Bukharis like to put on top. But let's say bachsh. Shola. Most of the time the meat pieces over there are small and they're sliced. What bracha would you say on the chicken in this case? On the shola? In the oshpalo? On the chicken, what bracha would you say? Nothing. Why? Because it's diced. The chicken size is very small and it comes to flavor the rice. The main idea is the rice to satiate you.
Why is it sushi? Some people say you gotta do on each thing.
That's the question. What's the reason you got this specific role? Some people came after work, there is Lilu Nishmat. He, Habibi, he doesn't care. Put avocado, put banana, put potato. He's hungry. He is eating now to satiate himself. What's the main thing? Rice. But whenever a person is not so hungry, he comes, Habibi, or even if he's hungry, but he's eating it because there is specific vegetable that he likes, specific fish that he likes, specific things that he likes. So that fish is not there to only flavor the rice. This vegetable is not there to flavor the rice. He eats specifically, it's important for him. So then we tell him, split it. Split the sushi, get to one another, you know.
You cannot split it that way. You cannot split it anyway. I want to split it, just from a safek. I want to split the rice, I want to split the fish.
If you have a safek, yeah. But right now I asked him, listen, did you take this role because you like that role? He said, no, somebody gave me.
Can I do it because I want to make more bracha?
No. To make just extra bracha, no. Not allowed to. So that's why rice, if you said next to rice, right now, I said the adama, right? On the honeydew. Said the adama, you had in mind, you also ate something adama, nachon? Then you pick up the sushi, the rice over there. What bracha do you say on that rice? Nothing.
Wow.
Because we already said next to the rice, Borei pri adama.
What about the fish?
What if now mine don't want to cover rice? Is it possible?
It's machloket, if you can do such a thing. But most people don't have these things in mind. Can I say, it's like Rabbi Yosef says, can I say Borei Pri Ha'etz on the apple? Not to cover the banana.
Yeah, sure.
Because the bracha of the banana is debatable. The rice bracha is 100% Adama, it grows on the ground. Just minhag is to say on this mezonot. What's the proof? What bracha do you say after rice? Nefashot. Why don't you say ala mechia?
Because it's fruit.
Because nothing to do with mechia.
Yeah.
That's not one of the five grains. So how did he get a title of mezonot then? Minhag. Ashkenazim don't have this minhag, by the way. Ashkenazim say only if it is yakta rice, it's adama. If it is mushed, then it's mezonot. But if it's one by one, like the oshpalo rice, this is borei pri adama, they say. Ashkenazim.
Is this considered mushed? Sushi.
No, mushed is like shola. Then it's mezonot, they say. Ashkenazim.
So uncooked rice, you don't.
Uncooked, you don't say bracha, nothing.
You don't say.
It's hard.
קראתי איפה שכן.
On rice?
אדמה.
Don't people eat it like that?
Yeah, you can eat it.
Uncooked rice? It's hard, you're gonna break your teeth.
חיטה לא, but האורז היסוס.
Just opposite, Moshe, just opposite. חיטה, הגמרא says, הכוסס את החיטה מברך. שולחן ערוך, מה לא?
כן, אבל אני קראתי בשביל.
שולחן ערוך, סימן בלב רב. הכוסס את החיטה, מברך האדמה.
Says, but if you eat a חיטה like this, you אדמה?
That's koses.
Raw.
That's
Oh,
koses.
oh.
But rice, I'm not sure if people eat it raw.
Shola to do that, Baruch.
Mezonot. We, Sephardim, don't make a split. The rice is half cooked, fully cooked, overcooked. Amish mezonot. For us. Ashkenazim, they say if it is cooked, it's adama. If it is overcooked, like shola, then it's mezonot. Then it's mezonot. That's why it's important to know. If next to rice you said bracha urja adama, then you pick up the oshpalo, you don't say borei min mezonot.
But with sushi, you could say shakol for the fish, no?
No, that's a good question. And the answer is no. When you said bracha on something, if I would right now pick up the rice with the sushi, and I would not say shakol on the fish because I'm hungry, I just care about whatever, I don't care about what's inside. I just want to satiate myself. The main idea for me is now satiation. Would I say shakol on the fish? No. So the fact that I said adama on the cucumber next to the tomatoes next to the rice, it's as I said on this borei pri adama on the rice. So if I was said already borei pri adama on the rice, how can I say shakol on the fish?
You just asked him a question. Why are you eating it for the?
For whatever is inside, or no?
You're not hungry. But in reality, when you make an order, right? When you order,
Right.
it's in every sushi has rice. So in reality, you're ordering the different type of fish, right?
Right.
So then it should be shakol because you're ordering for the fish in reality, not for the rice.
Depends what. If you, that's the question. Depends why. Why you ordered
You're
it.
picking different type of fishes. That means you actually getting
Going
it.
after what must be.
Okay, so then you split it. In this case, that you want this fish, not this fish, then you split it. Split it. Say borei min mezonot. This and shakol on the fish.
So then you split it. You don't just say shakol.
Right.
So it's either mazanot or you split it.
Right.
Like to.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Got it? Okay, very good. Back to us.
What page?
This was all shiur leilu nishmat. You see this? Unbelievable, huh? From one sushi, how much divrei Torah you can learn. Am haaretz looks at it in the wrong way. What does Am haaretz say? Oh, Rabbi, chichtaragav doret yakta sushi am togoedef al Hashem. What's the big deal? That's how Am haaretz look at it. Person that wants to grow, he says, "Wow, I didn't know so many rules there's about sushi. Well, look at this."
And there's more.
And that's just the beginning. That's why we should always look towards how much I can learn more Torah. Not to downgrade the Torah and say, chichtaragav. The opposite. Tell us more of this gap so we will develop our knowledge about the Torah's knowledge, with the Torah knowledge. Okay, back to us. If so, we left off last time in Siman Tzadik Hey Seif Bet. And you know, it's so interesting that we got to these laws right before Shavuot. Next Thursday night is Shavuot. And in Shavuot, the Rama brings a minhag to eat dairy. Rama, by the way, it's not Shulchan Aruch. It's not Sephardic custom at all throughout history. It just came into the Sephardim about 200-300 years ago. for decades, for hundreds of years, we never had a minhag to eat anything dairy on Shavuot. It's important to know because some people substitute meat that halacha mandates on Shavuot with dairy. Terrible mistake. Because v'samachta b'chagecha, you have to be happy during the holiday, and happiness, says the Gemara, is only with real expensive meal. And an expensive meal is meaty. A person not going to marry his daughter and put on the course pizza.
Oh, there is a chalavi chatuna.
Yeah, it's unheard of, right? Like, what?
Unheard of, yeah.
It's not the normal thing.
No.
Why? It's not respected. The respect is the meat, is the kebab, is the whatever people like over there. That's the respectful thing. A king will come to your home. You're not gonna put pizza on the table for him. Pizza is, for Sunday program, for the kids. But for the adults, you put something respectful, expensive, barbecue, whatever it is. That shows more chashivut. Same thing is for Shavuot. A person should tell all of his wives, to all the wives, not to make this mistake and cook only dairy for Shavuot. Rather, cook meat and also have dairy during Shavuot. How? In the morning you have your dairy made. After that, you go to sleep. And after you go to sleep, you wake up, shashlik chori, oshpalo, manti, whatever it is, that is going to be respectful meal for the meal of Yom Tov. Friday at the night, Thursday night, it starts. All night long, we're going to stay on Thursday night. You're coming in the home in the morning, Friday morning. Yeah. So,
if in the morning you eat dairy, let's say, you take a loaf of bread, you cut one half, and you take the other half and put it back in the kitchen. Are you
kol hakavod Yaakov. And you're supposed to do that. You know why? We're supposed to show the difference between the dairy and the meat. That's why it's important on Friday morning, not this Friday, next Friday, which is the morning of Shavuot, to eat bread with dairy. Not like people eat cheesecake, burekas with pashos pat. It's not good. Supposed to have a meal at that time. The Arizal HaKadosh says this meal of Shavuot morning after you stayed up the whole night, more important than Leil HaSeder.
Is it a Yom Tov?
Yom Tov, Friday, not this Friday, next Friday.
Bepat?
Bepat. More important than Leil HaSeder, Meir.
What?
Wow.
The meal, bread
Who
meal.
says this?
Arizal,
After
the meal that you're going to eat after staying up the whole night,
It's Torah.
in the morning you come to bed home. Don't eat cheesecake, go to sleep.
What?
What do you say? Kiddush?
Have a meal.
Если вообще ничего не кушаешь.
О, вообще, Ашем Ерахем. Баколь миколь коль. Проиграл это.
What if you're too
Это
tired?
серьезная вещь, Arizal says.
Tired. What if you're too tired to eat?
You're not tired. Eating,
Yeah,
you're
what's
never
the
tired,
reason,
Habibi.
Rabbi?
Eating, never tired. There's two things you're never tired for.
We have to make kiddush and eat bread.
Huh?
Make kiddush
What's
and
the
eat
reason,
bread.
Rabbi?
Yes. Arizal says also for Shabbat, people make prayer, Shaharit Musaf, right after that Suda. People make a minha right after that Suda. Always after the Suda, after the Tfilah, comes the Suda. Immediately. The Mefarshim say on the Arizal, up to half an hour means immediately.
So after you sleep, then again sleep.
Then again Suda. That Suda was to connect the Tfilah to your Neshama. He said, what connects the Tfilah that you just prayed to your Neshama? The meal. The Birkat HaMazon.
Actually, you don't eat it.
You know when you get tired, Yaakov? When it comes to Birkat HaMazon. But when it comes to the food, we all fired, huh? Arijo, what's your question, Arijon?
После Musaf.
After Musaf, within half an hour, try to start your bread meal. Always. At the Budi Shaharit of Shabbat, Shaharit of Yom Tov, doesn't matter when. He says when you pray, you make tikkun ha'olamot bechitzoniyut. That's how you take out air when you pray. That's a reading with your eyes doesn't count. Because olam ha'chitzoniyut, you only make tikkun olam ha'chitzoniyut from the chitzoniyut ha'olamot is when you take out the air. That's a chitzoni, taking out. Chutz. Na'ivrit shota chutz. Coming out. Whenever you eat, you're putting in. Now you make tikkun for pnimiyut ha'olamot. And if you didn't connect the chitzoniyut with the pnimiyut, you lost the whole thing. It's package deal, one way or no. That's it. You cannot have half of tefillin. I have the two parashiyot on this side, the two of the left side I don't have. The tefillin is zero. Same thing is in here. It's either you made a tikkun ha'olamot or you didn't make it. Period. It's very important. After shacharit, musaf, you finish every day. Budget Shabbat, budget Yom Tov. Doesn't matter when. Any of these holidays, you have the mitzvah of the meal immediately after the suda, after the tefillah.
If they don't eat all night.
Huh?
If they don't eat all night.
Why we don't eat?
People sometimes eat at night.
Yeah, but not a meal. They eat.
I know, but they don't have a space.
They do plov sometimes.
Remember last year we learned
Plov shashlik.
from the Chida, whoever don't eat all night.
Yeah, tikkun karet. Yeah. And by the way, this Shavuot is easy to make it because Shavuot is only maybe 3 hours
Yeah.
of. Think about it. Until 1 o'clock, you're gonna read tikkun. Chodesh Nichodesh is gonna be tikkun.
Right.
3 o'clock at 4:15 start shacharit. Why do you left with 1 to 4? And you show me gonna repeat.
Right.
So, what do you have? Maybe 3 hours. It's worth to sacrifice 3 hours without eating
Yeah.
and make that night count as tikkun karet with the public. Imagine what power it is.
It's many karetot, right? Shavuot.
I maybe. What I saw it's karet. Maybe there's mefashim says.
How you make?
I think that the Shavuot is many karetot.
Many karets could be.
Hoshana Rabbah it's only one.
Could be. I'm not saying no. Could be.
So if you're not taking the
Any night of the year, if you don't eat and you learn Torah the whole night, it's tikkun for karet.
So if a person he did something that's correct multiple times.
But that's if you learn the whole night. And not if you talk, cigarette outside, me'esh le'esh gufta, alo ba'alo.
What's considered night?
It goes from night, when night starts.
So 3
Yeah,
stars.
have suda, divrei Torah. Don't talk dvarim betelim.
So Shavuot also.
You're eating though.
Ah, you mean for the eating purpose? For the suda, no, this obligated. The suda that you're obligated, it's obligated. Past that time, that's it.
Rabbi.
Birkat Hamazon, yeah. Finish Birkat Hamazon, the suda of the chiyuv. You finish your chiyuv, now it's your choice to eat or not. After it's your choice, avoid eating.
So I say it's only 3 hours.
But the 3 hours I'm saying, up to 1, you're going to be busy reading anyway. You're not going to be eating. You're going to be busy reading.
Most shuls start 11, 12.
The night is very early.
At 1 o'clock, you're going to be Hatzot. 12:50 is one Hatzot.
The night starts early.
No, but the tikkun start until 1 o'clock.
Is the tikkun for karet, is it for multiple things that a person do or just for one tikkun?
Rabbi Meir says that he's read somewhere it's multiple for Shavuot.
So it's all
Huh?
all or
All, no.
Many.
Many. That's a Rabotai. The night of Shavuot, be very serious. Make sure you sit next to serious people, not about jokers. Some people make the whole night, they stand up the whole night, come Shachrit, they fall asleep, 10 commandments, they are sleeping. The mistake the Am Yisrael have done over there, it still didn't correct. He's sleeping. That's why be serious about that night, all night long, only Torah. No dvarim betelim. Magen Abraham writes, a person that talks dvarim betelim counts like sleeping. So he got worse. He didn't get the zechut of Torah and he slept. And he's tired because he never went to sleep. But in Shamayim he counts sleeping. So on ni et ani begel, ni ot ani begel. Both he lost. Torah he didn't learn. Because you were talking dvarim betelim, chichi chacha all night long. And sleeping he didn't sleep. Tefillah he was not concentrated. Hamesh chapa. That's why you have to make sure the night of Shavuot, you don't go wherever my friend's going. I like that place. Why? My friends are there. To friends, on the day you're coming to work on your personality, to work on who you are. Tomorrow, friends are not going to help you. In front of Hashem, it's what did you achieve? What place do you grow? What lecture makes you grow? That's what it is at the end of the day.
Rabbi.
That's not a club. Shul is not a club. Kohen of Hamidim. Shul is not a club. Shul is a place for us to grow in Torah. Where is the place I grow more in Torah? My children grow more in Torah. Person has to think about it, not to go to, especially not the night of Shavuot, especially. Там уже Yetzara больше будет. A person should go to a place that is going to be serious in the Torah. Baruch Hashem, over here we're going to have 3 lectures. Rabbi Neria 1 hour, Rabbi Simcha 1 hour, and I'm going to be last hour here. So we're going to have like this, split it like that. All night long, we're going to be busy with Torah here. Yes, what's your question? Hi, maybe 45 minutes, yeah. What's your question? Somebody asked a question? Okay, very good. Back to us.
You said that by 1 o'clock you would start the thing, so before 1 o'clock you're allowed to eat?
No, you allowed, but better if you want to sacrifice that night for studying Torah. It's the easy night. In Hoshana Rabbah, it's much later. This is easy night to sacrifice.
When do you stop eating?
Когда закончили трапезу, старайтесь не кушать. Больше, все. You can keep, drink you could. Coffee, water, chai, yeah. But sugar, milk, whatever, milk.
Is it
if
same
you didn't
for
eat,
all the other nights?
if you didn't eat meat, huh?
It's same for all the other nights?
Any other night. But the power here, Rabbi Meir says on Shavuot, is many karets in one night.
Right, but you could still drink for the other
Drink,
nights?
yeah, drink.
Like if you do Tikkun Karet.
Yeah,
drink all night.
yeah.
You could drink, but now
Yeah. But learn all night long. No phone, no joking, no cigarette outside. Seriously. People go to the mikveh. You know how much time they waste going to the mikveh? Going to the mikveh, coming back, the whole time, Divrei Torah is to be. How many times it's not Divrei Torah? Many times. You gotta be careful. Full will count, yeah. The Ben Ish Chai writes in Siman Shin Ein He that if a person, it's a Torah Lishma, that if a person doesn't have mikveh, he's allowed to go to the pool.
It has to be rainwater, right?
But that's only for men and only for the tikkunim of arizal purpose. It's not for dishes of mikveh, mikveh, and it's not for women's mikveh. It says only for men's mikveh. It's if he doesn't have. But Rabotai, we should donate to our synagogue over here. We're going to have mikveh. That new building that we make, going to have mikveh over there. This is the only shul will have it. No other shul has it. Mikveh in the building. Bet Gabriel even is not in the mikveh. It's outside. You have to go from the mikveh outside, go into the cold, into whatever. It's hard. But here we're going to have it inside. It's the best. You're coming to the shul. It's the biggest guy.
When it's gonna be built?
Whenever you guys gonna donate.
7-8 months,
No, I'm serious. This is something you're gonna achieve for who knows how long. Leilu Nishmat, dedicated. It's netzach netzachim. Person have to think about the investment that he's going to do. Here's one of us. Well, it's for our community here. Beautiful building. Close by, mikveh for men, mikveh for women. And women also we're going to do. It's going to be a big thing. Be'ezrat Hashem. So put your powers together, Rabotai. Whenever there's achdut, there is success. And achdut, it's not only I love him. Also participate in expenses. Yes.
The 10 days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, that week you can also do tikkun, right? During daytime,
right.
with no eating.
Yeah.
Also, you could drink.
No, over there he said fasting. Here it's not the fasting. Here is not eating. Here, the night of Shavuot, not eating. Again, that's if you want to do karet tikkunim.
Right.
If you just want to fulfill the minhag of Am Yisrael, just don't waste your time. Just learn. If a person feels I'm so drained, I gotta eat. I cannot continue. Okay, eat. What can you do? But one of the biggest problems about time of Shavuot night, people make a mistake. They overeat on the meal because they say, I'm going to have to be a night up the whole night. If Patomi is overate, he's sleeping. And another common mistake people do, they go to sleep, and they come to shul at 12 o'clock.
It's a problem, right?
Arizal says clearly you cannot go to sleep. The whole night, don't go to sleep.
Okay.
If you went to sleep, you made the ikar tafel ikar.
So after a meal, you can't take like a 1 hour nap?
Right, mistake. Common mistake people do. They don't know. They think the rabbi said 12 o'clock we get together. Till then I'm free.
Are you allowed to sleep before? Like before the meal?
No, the night started. Sure.
What about the daytime? Are you allowed to sleep?
Daytime, do whatever you want.
What time can we start reading?
From sunset. Night, right. It's already night. Leman da'ama, you're good. Okay, back to us. If so, this Yaakov was all because of your question. To do half of the loaf bread of the meat, and then the other half with the dairy. We got into Shavuot, Baruch Hashem. So now, don't forget that on Shavuot, we have a mitzvah, Rabotai, to show the love of the Torah. To show the love of the Torah. That's why this year Shavuot was also on Friday. Thursday night, Job. Don't forget, we have a mitzvah of Eruv Tafshilin. You have to make on Thursday. Eruv, Tavshili. Okay, it's going to be announced closer to the date. Huh? Eruv Tavshili. It's when you take the cooked item, egg or meat, and you put bread with this, and you say with this eruv, you say bracha. You say with this eruv will be allowed to prepare all the preparations from Yom Tov to Shabbat.
Same thing with on Pesach.
Okay, next.
Matzah.
Vesh machmirim. Okay, this was spoke about. Not barnat. Okay, very good. Let's go next. What we learned yesterday: a person is allowed to make parv in a dairy pot and have the dairy pot together. Not the dairy pot, the parv thing together with meat. And we said not only if it happened, you're allowed to, even lechatchila to do that. It's allowed. Not lechatchila. Very good. That's a Yosef. You're allowed to cook pasta in a dairy pot, clean dairy pot, and take the pasta and mix it with meatballs. Bolognese, как называется это? There is a word for it. Meatballs with macaroni, как называется это? Bolognese. I forgot the word. Meatballs.
Meatballs and spaghetti.
Meatballs and spaghetti, yeah. Okay, next. Now, הלכה ג' קערות של בשר. You with me, Meir, you with me? סעיף ג'.
This is different pages here.
Yeah. סימן צדיק ה' סעיף ג' קערות של בשר שהודחו ביורה חולבת בחמין. A person has meaty pots that they want to be washed right now in dairy pots. That the dairy pot יד סולדת בהם. says מרן, אפילו שניהם בני יומן מותר. You took, back in the day, Rabotai, remember there is no sinks. There is no water in the faucet. Different life. There is no soap. How do you clean dirty pots?
Boil it.
So the way they used to do it is by boiling it. Question is, Meir, your big pot or shpalo pot? The small pot is the dairy pot. Where are you going to boil? The big one and the small one, the small and the big one?
The big one.
Now you're going to boil it, nachon? You cooked in this palo now. By boiling it, and you putting right now the dairy pot inside.
Maybe.
Dairy pot, you want to boil in the meaty pot, both you just use. Ben Yomo.
But the meaty pot, you just made it kosher. You made it just parv. If it spills over.
Oh, says Maran. משום דעה ולענת ברנד דתרא, והוא שאומר בר לי שלא היה שם שומן. When is it allowed? Only whenever you say, Rabbi, guarantee the meat was not in the pot, no any residue. I washed it off as much as I could, грязно не был, and the dairy was not in the pot. So it's only the expelled taste that it got expelled.
And the water should be boiling or any hot water?
Boil? What do you mean? How else are you going to do?
Just hot water, not boiling.
No, boiling. If it's not boiling, it's not going to help.
But didn't we say that? So we're saying that if
No, I'm sorry. I mean to say, you want to make it parv or you just want to wash the dishes?
Wash the dishes.
Wash the dishes, you can do whatever you want. Their reality was, because they didn't have soap, how they used to break fat? How they used to break that?
Keep the water, but not boil.
Oh?
But why
So
you have to put it in
he's
the pot?
asking you right now, the water is hot. The pot is oshpalo.
Right.
I cleaned the oshpalo pot as much as I could, but there is always things here and there. And I don't have any soap. Can I put the dairy pot that is more or less clean inside the oshpalo pot that is more or less clean with boiling water or with hot water?
But you're cleaning the
Says
inside.
halakha allowed, huh?
You're cleaning the inside. You could just put water and boil it with just the water in the pot itself. Why you gotta put it in something else?
What do you mean? Say, explain.
Your agenda is to clean the inside. So just put water in the pot, put it on the fire. When it boils, it cleans.
Nachon?
So why you gotta put it in another pot to clean it?
No, he wants to put the dairy one. He wants to put inside.
Why?
Well, I don't know. Maybe his oven is too big. His hole that he has inside the oven is too
He
big.
doesn't want that.
So he put the big pot. And now he needs to maneuver with the small one. He's not going to hold the small one like this over the fire. So he puts it inside there. Whatever the reason is, you can make up a reason.
Sometimes they do it so it cleans it throughout.
Right? Also good. Make up a reason why he wants to throw it inside. Vachna Dora, he wants to throw it inside, go make his stuff, come back.
Yeah, but
To me, it
after you
doesn't
go-
sound right to put the daily Torah.
So, if we would read Shulchan Aruch made by Neria Kohino, we'll listen to you, but we're reading Shulchan Aruch made by Yosef Karo.
when you did the small part, when it's boiling, isn't it מגעיל עכשיו גם the small part?
If it's boiled,
Boil.
yeah, yeah.
Rabbi,
Chavis Chaim?
Rabbi, I'm sorry.
ויש אוסרים אפילו עם שומן, אין שומן דבוק בהן, אלא אם כן אחד מן הכלים אינו בני יומו. Ashkenazim say only whenever one of them
From
is not ben yomo. Ashkenazim say. Now, knowing this information, apply it into the dishwasher. Can you put in the dishwasher dairy and meaty plates at the same time?
As long as you have soap in between, it's okay.
No, here no soap, mate.
No. As long as you have soap, it's okay.
Huh? Yosef,
If no
can you
soap,
put
then
in
you
your
won't.
dishwasher
He's been your mode.
oshpalo pat
Doesn't matter.
and macaroni with cheese pat?
If you wash it first, right?
So here Maran said, when can you boil it together? Only whenever it's clean.
Мыло там.
But here is not clean.
Here it's not clean. There are residue. The whole point you want to put it inside because it's not clean.
But you put soap, so it's okay.
In Seif Dalet, Maran says,
Там все.
Im netanu efer b'mayim. If they're gonna put ashes, back in the day, how they used to use soap? You know what was the soap of back in the day? Ashes. Ashes. This takes out all the oil. Any place you have something with oily, put ashes over there. Burnt paper or whatever, the ashes is gonna suck it right away. Yes.
One more time.
What? One more time.
Dishwasher.
So says Maran, if you put soap in there, אף על פי שהשומן דבוק בהן, מותר. Even though the dirt of the meat and the dirt of the dairy, it's sticked over there. It's there. Says Shulchan Aruch, allowed.
Are you kidding me?
Because of the
Because of
soap.
the soap. The soap.
Okay, so Rabbi, is this something we can tell our wives and our daughters to do?
Yes.
Or it's better not to?
Yeah.
If you want
If it is with soap.
Right, it's always with soap.
Yeah.
2-3 тарелочки.
The soap is the thing that makes the
Chavis Chaim,
difference.
I have a question.
Soap is the thing that makes the
Yesterday you
difference.
said a person goes
If
straight
no
to
soap,
without,
that's not allowed.
without din, without
it's considered clean with soap.
Study Torah every day.
If it's dirty,
And I asked you a question. The person does averot. What happens with averot? You said without this day. You said they cannot answer.
So you can use the same punch for the
You said without judgment. So I want to understand what does that mean.
Obviously, we'll do tshuva.
If it's
Without
not
tshuva, I was
removed,
gonna
you
do.
know it's okay.
Just like that. Do Eshet Ish at night and come then learn Torah. It's good.
That's what I mean.
You know it's okay.
That's what.
But don't
Obviously not.
Obviously not, right?
you don't know the extent.
But it is the judgment on the person.
Soap doesn't go right away.
Right, the soap doesn't go right away. But so too the heat doesn't go right away.
It does. It heats it with hot water right away.
What level hot water?
You think past that's where they go. The dishwasher,
At the beginning, right away?
that's the first thing that goes is the water.
But it heats up gradually.
Oh, that's first of all. Second of all is how the water gets in there. It's not a pot that the second pot is immersed in the hot water. It spritzes hot water.
Spray.
Now, how do you treat spritz? I say spill.
Sprinkles.
Spray, yeah. How do you treat spray? עירוי כלי ראשון,
Oh, is it the big machloket?
כלי ראשון. How do you treat that?
We learned this about this.
Moshe Feinstein was asked, we're going to see, he said, what if a person has two plates in the dishes at the sink? Dairy plate here, meaty plate here. Это грязное, это грязное. Both they're dirty. And you open the hot water because he wants to wash something, whatever it is. Hot water. Talking about the one that you cannot put your hand.
Yeah, it's a little bowl.
What happened to the dishes? No soap.
it's not
They just
boiled.
opened the water to wash something. What happened to the plates?
Taste.
This means noise, this is much knowledgeable.
It didn't mix.
Huh?
It didn't mix.
Listen up what Rav Moshe Feinstein says, a big chidush. It says the water, we learned, when water leaves a source of whatever it came from, can it cook?
No.
It's a cliche.
It's machloket, machloket.
Yeah, it does.
I have hot
Irui.
pot of milk. I have steak over here, cold. I poured with a hot pot boiling milk. I poured on top of the meat. The meat got cooked by the milk or no?
The surface
Yeah,
of
it's-
it.
it will be
The
surface
surface.
The surface did.
Yeah. You have to cut at the surface.
Good. So
It's hot meat or
whenever the liquid left the source of the heat, is it still have the power to cook or no?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes.
we said cliche
Yes.
Moshe, no?
If you have to take it out, of course it does.
Oh.
Right.
Listen to this. It says, we saw that whenever the stream heading
Direct.
one thing, is gonna cook it. But where did you see that whenever the stream is gonna direct two things, is going to cook both of them and share the taste of both of them? You got that or no? Again, according to Rashbam, עירוי כלי ראשון doesn't do anything. It's כלי שני. According to Rashbam, Rabbi Shmuel ben Meir, is the grandson of Rashi. He says עירוי כלי ראשון is nothing. According to Rabbeinu Tam, עירוי כלי ראשון is מבשל כדי קליפה. The surface. According to others, עירוי כלי ראשון is like כלי ראשון. So you have three opinions. Pouring from kli rishon, from boiling pot, at the kli rishon, is it like kli sheni that doesn't cook nothing, or is it in between? It cooks but the surface, only the surface. How do we treat it? Bottom line, we say we go with the middle ground. Middle ground, it cooks a little bit. Nachon? Says Moshe Feinstein, to paskin that it cooks a little bit, it's already a chidush because you have machloket. Some say it doesn't cook at all. It's kli sheni already. To take that chidush, that stretch, and give another stretch on top of it, where do you have a proof for that? Right now you have hot water from the faucet, boiling hot. He's going to pour, not for 1 second, for 10 minutes it's going to pour. You have a proof from halakha that it can cook one thing. Do you have a proof that it can cook both things and exchange their tastes? No. This you don't have a proof.
But the water is dissolved and in water is they cooking.
True. But do you have a proof that this is going to cook to the point that it's going to share tastes?
The dishes.
Yeah.
No,
The
no.
water that dissolved in its cooking here, it's klisheni. The sink doesn't have a source of heat on the bottom. Whatever happens in the sink is 100% klisheni.
That's not gonna.
Question: what happens in that stream that heats the dairy plate and the meaty plate? Show Setem style. Says Moshe Feinstein, we have a proof that a stream of water, hot water or milk, whatever, can do one job. But you don't have a proof that the stream of the hot water can do two jobs. Therefore, he says, even if there is no soap,
Dishwasher?
even if there is no soap,
In dishwasher?
no,
Oh.
in the sink, I said.
What's the difference?
So therefore, we have already a more leniency right now. So if you treat
The string.
the stream that shoots on the plates as irui kli rishon, pouring from kli rishon can do one job. It cannot do two jobs.
So you don't need soap in between, right?
According to this,
Yeah.
I'm saying even if
according to this, what we learn.
even if the guy says, Rabbi, it doesn't. The soap comes after. Saying even if you'll go with the soap comes after, you still have a room to be lenient.
When you
According
say
to
one
Moshe Feinstein.
job or two job, what do you mean? What first job or second job?
To cook piece of meat, hot milk poured on it. You say irui mebashel kedei klipa. We go with the middle opinion that says kedei klipa. The surface is a problem.
It's one job. What second?
But to say that he's going to cook also the piece of cheese next to it, and he's going to exchange taste all on top of it, that you're asking for too much. This you don't have a proof for that. We have a rule in Chidush, en lecha, ela Chidush. Remember this rule. This is a concept in Halakha all over the Shas. When somebody came up a Chidush, said, wow, it means a stretch, right? Can you build on that stretch another stretch? No. That's a rule. If the Torah said a leniency, Torah says a certain chidush. En lecha bo ela chidusho. Only take the chidush, the minimum chidush of it. You cannot say maybe it's the maximum chidush. Maybe not.
Don't stretch it out. These things.
Exactly. You got it? A person is telling you, Meir, you're building a mikveh, I'm giving you $100,000. No problem. Can you come right now and say, today I got $200,000. He told you 100.
I want to build one.
If you said 100, it's gonna be 200. Can you right now tell Rabotai, we have already Baruch Hashem 200,000 in the account? Can you say such a thing? When the guy told you 100, and you say, you'll give 200. Listen, maybe yes, maybe no. 100, he said, let's say for sure. 200, you cannot build on it. Let's speak your language. A person comes to you and says, listen, I want to sell my business. Koinov, you ever bought a business? You're asking, first question is, how much the business makes? He tells you the business makes $100,000. Maybe he'll make $200,000. How do you calculate your investment versus the income? Based on a maybe or based on a for sure?
No, for certainty.
For sure, you have to check the papers.
Yeah.
Let's assume he says the truth before checking papers.
Check the facts.
He's telling you 100,000 for sure. Maybe you get lucky 200,000. Are you gonna go for investment versus income based on the lowest number or based on the higher number?
Lowest number, always.
Same thing is in halakha. Whenever we had a chidush, that's the for sure. That's what the Torah said. Now I say maybe this also, maybe not. You understood? Huh? From the business world, you bring it to halakha world. It makes the perfect match for people. You hear how to tomorrow you explain to people? Take from business, put it in halakha. Okay, back to us. If so, we have time here? 5 minutes we have to. Let's read.
Chavetz Chaim Omo.
Chavetz Chaim Omo.
Kadosh.
Wow.
Says the
Chavetz
Zohar
Chaim.
Kadosh.
When we're going to be like Chavetz Chaim, huh? When, Meir? מתי מעשיי
Even if we live 100 years, I think,
יגיעו למעשה אבותיי.
we're never going to accomplish what he accomplished. Chavetz Chaim.
What a tzaddik he was.
He
What a
was out
tzaddik
of
he
this
was.
world.
You know, Meir used to go inside the room every day 1 hour and judge himself. 1 hour.
What?
Judge himself. חשבון נפש. Every day 1 hour. I don't know when he had time. How long you could go to the room, judge yourself 1 hour every day? Let's start with 1 minute every day. Even when we read Hashem,
That's what the Breslev do.
1 hour, Chavetz Chaim. בפרשת שלח לך הקדוש ברוך הוא משבח באורייתא ואמר אזילי בורכי אזילו בפולחני ואנה מעלה לכון לעלמין תבינו לעלמין נלאים הלו זה בנגב השתדלו באורייתא ותחמון דהי קיימה כמכון ומנה תדעון לי עוד שם כתב זוהר הקדוש אלה דעמים עיד רתחן אורייתא נעירה לכל עלמין כמה ימים ונחלים מקורים מבואים מתפשט מנך מה ימי לגבך כולהו קיימין עלך אילעין ותתאין. Wow. Zohar says, you know, everything in the world, in order for it to have success, in order to be existing, it needs to have light. No light, no existence. That's what is darkness, Aaron?
Absence of light.
Absence of light. Nothing existing. In order for it to exist, it needs to have light. The Arizal calls it light. The scientists say protons, electrons around the protons. That's the light that they're talking, the energy that they're talking. And they admit, they say, we have no idea why the electrons decided to spin around the protons. Koinov, you have any suggestion why his electron goes around the protons? Huh? Speed, like the Monachona. Non-stop. It doesn't make any sense for them, they say. Says the Zohar, how could it be that these electrons goes like the Monah around the proton? Non-stop. And that's what makes reality, mate. That's what makes atom and atom makes bigger thing, and then you have a table, then you have a paper, then you have a camera, then you have clothes, you have everything.
The miracle doesn't change the speed.
Yeah.
The same speed.
Yeah.
Everything that you throw, everything physical.
It's going to slow down.
It will slow down eventually. That's the same thing with the sun.
Where is the gas station for this electron? That it spins. Where is the energy comes? Why is it coming? Why is it doing it? The Medonam, says the scientist. Says the Zohar Kadosh. You know what's the reason? The Torah zechut oraita nehira. The Torah gives light lekol almin, to all the world. Kama yamim, nehalim, mekorim, mabuim itpashat minach. It says the Torah is the source of all the light. Means all the energies coming off. It's like an electrical station that feeds off energy to the whole people that are connected to the Torah. So Meir, when you learn Torah, do you know what you do? You bringing energy that the world should continue to exist. Now you understand why. Why we say Talmud Torah keneged kulam. Imagine right now there is a certain problem goes on in the country. What is the country, the army is going to make sure that the enemy is not going to attack?
The base.
The base of what?
Military.
Electrical stations. Everything is connected to electricity. If the enemy got the electrical station, you knock down the country.
Soda Chashmal, let's go.
You knock down the country. What is Yetzer Hara is our enemy is trying to knock down all the time, Meir?
The energy,
The electrical station.
The
Power
Torah.
source. Power
The power of the source of all lights in the world. Where is that? The study of the Torah. Kash, the Rashi Veskash tu stavshi, it's okay, your wife is pregnant, your wife just gave birth, your wife is past pregnancy, your wife is about to be pregnant. Always some excuse. That's a Meir, don't listen to the enemy. The enemy is trying to knock down your electrical station. That's going to feed energy to the whole world. And guess what, Meir? Only we, the Jewish people, are the ones that can bring up that energy. Goy shelamat Torah, chayav mita. A goy won't say, I come, no problem, I'm here every night. He said, no, you chayav mita, go. You get electricate. I said electricate?
Electrocuted.
Electric chair.
Electrocuted.
Cuted?
Electrocuted.
Какой cute is dead. Meir, goy shelamat Torah, chayav mita. Who is the only one that can bring that energy to the world, the energy of the Torah? The Jewish people. Now you understand, Rabotai, what is Talmud Torah keneged kulam. It's the source of the energy of all the world. Don't let the enemy knock down your electrical station. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen. Rabbi Hanania. Rabbeinu Kasher Omer.